Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. Well, I'm going to say this from the heart, and then I'm going to read from script. I, lately, I have been engaging in some dialogue with respondents to my opinions regarding Melania Trump and the Washington GOP. The state Washington GOP, um, Jim Walsh, and state committee. Sorry. So, like, I, it's been an honor. What I wrote and with Grok and with ChatGPT, I wanted to get as close as I could to how I sound, because how I sound digs into how I think I sound, digs into how I think I sound. And I don't know. It'll make sense that a lady like yourself would be so supportive of her husband that them been through a lot. He has been, you have been as First Lady through or FLOTUS, been through a lot. You have to endure verbal garbage, real garbage, picture garbage, dialogue garbage. You have to see other women throw themselves at him just because he holds that title. Yet he seems to not care about that. But they paint a picture as if you go nowhere with him, as if he keeps you home the majority of the time, when most of the time, especially when people come from all over the country, not the United States country, but the world, she's there, right by your side, standing straight and tall, picture perfect, encouraging, honorable, steadfast, just amazing woman. So today I wanted to share something truly special. In a world full of noise, I came across two powerful letters that truly moved me. One from our first, or our, whoa. he, sorry, she's not former. She was former, but she's actually current. Let me make that current. I have to pause everything. I read this, but yeah. So let me pause this. I know Facebook isn't going to allow me to do that, but it's okay. Let me see how I can correct that error. Pause. Don't get mad at me, y'all. That means a lot to me. If you will allow me to do this, this would, edit. Oh my God. Oh my God. My battery is going dead too. Edit. Just a simple error, y'all. And I'll change the rest later, but the major channels got, except Facebook, because Facebook blotches it out, where you can't do it. So let me do one last thing. That is changed. I have to change it on Instagram, and everywhere else is not even public. Let me save this. Hold on. It should work. What now? Can't change the start time. I'm so sorry. I'll change that immediately. So let's continue to read, because it's a certain way. It's a little, it's not sketchy. It's like my system is a little, if you don't know what you're doing or play around, which is like the computer dares you to, you'll get lost. And so this particular moment, it's already live. They want you to schedule it for the future, but it's already blacked out where it's live. So it cannot be changed right now. I'll find a way. I did with Rumble, but I can't control StreamYard right now or any of my other platforms. But that really irked my nerve. So she is a former first lady, but she's also 10 times out of 10, they call her a current first lady. So not only does she holds the current label, she holds the former label too, but we go by current. So let me continue. I tried. Our current First Lady Melania Trump, and another from Jim Walsh. He is chairman of the Washington State Republican Party. I could have spoken about anything. Anything. I could have spoke about anything of grand stature is what I said. With beyond impossible and beyond generosity. And I said to myself, no, I think this suits what I'm in, suits the anything phrase. When I look at stuff and I'll be like, you know, what can I get out of this for free? That's anybody. That's anybody. What can I get out of it for free? And then I get really amped up when it's what can I get out of it for free from someone that has been there and live it every day. We get free. They about to start closing those doors, maybe. I would like to see that, and it's happening, like movies are not getting played and chopped up on YouTube. S4 didn't get it, Melania didn't get it, and another video about UFO sightings didn't get it. So yeah, I don't know if the movies do that or not, but back to the story. Anything. And yeah, I wanted to go beyond that and speak about you two guys. These messages came at the perfect moment. They reminded me of what true leadership, elegance, and grassroots patriotism looks like. To Melania Trump, thank you. You embody grace. I wrote this. Strength and poise. From the way you carry yourself, you have to sit up straight. You have to engage with people you don't like. You have to do this, that, develop your own dress. It's not just what I said. It's behind the scenes. It's a busy day for you. Always. Everybody. What do you do? Well, what do you do, Melanie? Well, what do you do? You know, like, and there's never a break. And that's what a socialite do. And that's not a bad thing, being a socialite. They call socialites business women. You have to socialize with people in order to move up. You can't, it's, I didn't just do this by myself. I can't say I did it by myself. People gave me the approval. People are paying me. So I didn't do this by myself. But I'm nothing. To compare my life to yours is a joke. And that's not a joke. I think it's very appropriate where you are. And to have you, I just can't get that memory, that positive, historic memory out of my mind. How you walked down that red carpet, I believe it was red, with that beautiful equal robot that possibly spoke your language under hello. I know as much as I can, or I should, and want to know more about you. I promise you I will watch the Melania Trump movie. I like the way you said you liked Michael Jackson. Previous to you saying, for me finding you saying that, I was driving either to or from Walmart listening to the new Michael. When you said that, Michael was in production. When your movie came out, Michael still was in production. Your movie came out before Michael. So for you to say that, you probably got some insights of it being in production. People probably knew it was in production. And you're like, I like Michael. And to come to find out his nephew is singing just like him. And it sounds just like him. Took like 5, 6 years for the production. But what really fascinates me, Melanie, is before I searched that information, I looked up Michael. Before, if I never looked at you as a relevant person, I would never have known that you like Michael too. But I looked up in the present when you were in the past with the future. And I know you get what I'm saying. It's not about me. But reality is a reason. Had I never looked you up after I sung that Michael soundtrack, I could never corroborate your only uh trailer or clip that says you like Michael. So I'm not reading from script, but it's an honor. And Jim Walsh, you're from the 19th State Legislature District, Position 1. And you made some huge, you were the first man, Republican in 2017 to win. Out of all those Democrats, you won. You made a major historic move that I have to speak about. I didn't have the whole dissertation on you. Maybe one day there'll be, if not already. But that, I cherish that. That really engraved its way, reading that, into my memory. And you've played many other roles. And you superseded or a successor or something. I don't know how y'all say it, but you won the next election over someone else in a Democrat state. Oh, this wasn't making them happy. You go around speaking. You talk about uh daycare. I was looking at your page. Daycare, um, empty buildings or something. It's fraud, some type of scheme, sort of like what's happening in Minneapolis. And about child sexual predators. You talked about a lot of stuff. You keep up with the trend. You made history, man. How? To place, and I know you get what I'm saying, to place a outlier in a common area with a bunch of red dots, to place a red dot in a bunch of blue dots, that is historical. And it's been done, but nothing like this. Like I read, they said. Congratulations. Your leadership with the GOP continues to inspire patriots across Washington and beyond. You're fighting for the people, and history will remember your courage. To both of you, thank you for showing us what a better America can look like. As a grassroots patriot and veteran candidate, I proudly give you both my full endorsement. Yes, I know it ain't much, but you damn right. I give you both my full and whatever little itty bitty power. If I had it my way for doing what you did, wow. They say the key to the district, the key to the city, the key to the state. No, the key to the universe, the key to realities. For showing us the things you have showed us. I think some people like you guys are worthy for bigger things. And that is what billionaires do. That is what people that make a lot of money do. I get so, before I read the letter, I get so happy hearing about aliens. And it never reaches a plateau. I get so happy hearing how Elon Musk said that he did say he was one. I get so happy hearing these things. This is a beautiful thing, y'all. I, you know, ask yourself, what in my head, just like his wife or girlfriend said, he said, my head just explodes with creativity sometimes. I just want to make peace with realities. Like, I wish I knew how, I mean, because it's factual. We're all on the same frequency, yet some people aren't on a frequency, and drugs induce certain frequencies, both good and bad. And I wish we were all on a reality where it's peaceful, very minimum to the point you learn your lesson not to do something like that, and you move on. You can't not go through everything, but you can learn. You can't avoid evil, but you can learn from it. And if there is no evil, when you do make a mistake for the next generation, you're not going to know that you made a mistake. And some people are like that. And that's why I'm so happy that Melania, I show you the letter. They gave me this to write for Donald Trump. And this is the right address because it has First Street. I'm pretty sure some of y'all familiar with that street. So this was last Wednesday, she wrote me. It took me a minute to check my mail. It says, let me show you without, yeah, I got makeup all on me. That's her name up there. Please help me make this my husband's best birthday ever. On June 14th, which is his birthday, happy early birthday, present birthday, and past birthday. On June 14th, a few weeks before we honor America's 250th anniversary, President Trump will turn 80, a major milestone. Birthdays are always special occasions for us that are celebrated with family and dear friends. Because of your tremendous loyalty and support for Donald and his vision to make America great again, you you have certainly proven yourself to be a steadfast friend. That is why I hope you will join me in celebrating my husband's 80th birthday by signing the enclosed birthday card. Space is provided inside to write the president a personal message if you choose. Kimberly, I know Donald will enjoy receiving well wishes from friends like you who have stood shoulder to shoulder with him throughout his presidency. After all, it's a dedication to shared commitment to put America's first America first that is the backbone of his and the Republican Party's success. And if you can, I hope you will consider commemorating the president's birthday with a gift our entire party can share. Pause there. Some of y'all are saying, oh, they want money. I'm going to tell you something. I would rather invest after all I've been doing, all they've done for me. I would rather, and don't quote me on this. I'm not saying paying tithes is bad. What I am saying is, I haven't met a good church yet, and I haven't been to church yet. Not saying churchgoers are bad. I'm just saying I haven't been to church yet. But what I do know is a man who speaks about religion, Christianity, children growing up in a better environment, his family, the patriots like me, the veterans like me. He speaks about that, the community being healthier, the community being stronger. You know, he thinks about the future and anything I can do to invest. If big tech is investing, if you know something is wrong when Mark Zuckerberg is moving from California on the opposite end to get away from Gavin Newsom. He didn't move to Minnesota or any that Minnesota is not a Republican state, but any other Republican state. He moved opposite and downward ends of the United States. Everyone is investing. Big tech is investing in the White House. I wish I could invest funding like that. And maybe one day, if given the chance, I could. Get me to that point and I will gladly invest. So, yes, every little bit helps. Please, let me read the rest. Donald and I are doing everything we can to support the RNC because no Republican committee is working harder to protect the integrity of our elections and provide more get out the vote programs, data operations, research, and financial assistance to our GOP candidates. And no Republican group does more than the RNC to promote the president's agenda and his inspiring message past the liberal media filter. The upcoming election will determine the future of our nation and the president's America First agenda. We must protect America's comeback by reelecting Republicans majorities in the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate who are committed to working with Donald to make America great again. My husband has kept the promises he made on the campaign trail by cutting taxes for all Americans, securing our borders, lowering inflation, slashing drug prices, and restoring law and order in cities across the country. But all that we have accomplished and all that we hope to achieve could be wiped out if the Democrats seize control of the Congress. And someone I looked at a video somewhere, they were like, yeah, we have the majority for the Congress. Gladly. That's what a Democrat said on an ABC channel. He said they are aiming to get the Congress. And it's a win. They believe it's a win. I don't know which guy it was, but they believe the Congress is a win. With generous financial assistance of grassroots leaders like you, our party will be able to defeat the Democrats and their liberal special interest allies in 2026 and beyond. Kimberly, your message of support will mean so much to Donald on his birthday. Thank you for your friendship. Warmly, Melania Trump. Kimberly, okay, that's irrelevant. Okay. And this is from the Washington GOP, Jim Walsh. Kimberly, I just had a conversation with one of the most generous Republican major donors in our Evergreen state. Now, as I was off camera, I was talking about being, what is his name? I was at the Washington GOP. Actually, I forgot the guy's name. It's okay. It's no big deal. But he was the head of some major, the majority of the state or the region, I want to say. And I took a picture with him, and the hairstyle, Kimberly. However, I took a picture with him, and it was pretty cool. And I went back, and there was a row of 7 older ladies. Some you could tell were like rhinos a little bit. You know, they really didn't talk about what they wanted, but I seen it in their eyes, and it was in my eyes, that we were all hungry for the same thing, and that was to win. But how bad we wanted to win was on us. Now, how much help we got, I I I don't even care about that, because I'm happy with the 13,000 votes I got by doing absolutely nothing but being online, talking like I talk now. They didn't even have to give me that. They didn't have to register that. So a part of them, Trump is a little honest, or maybe I got more votes. Who knows? I am okay with that. I didn't win, but I won. I won by showing people that if I can do that and make a small wave in Seattle, then y'all can do it. I don't know how much or how many people voted for me in Santa Maria, California, as U.S. Senator. That's another predominantly Democrat state. Now, to all my Idahoans, I hope I said that right, I'm not asking to win. But before I read his letter, as a legal, I have to say that. Because some people be like, no, you're not legal. Legal, do the FEC candidate, as a legal candidate as president of the United States of America. I feel honored. I feel happy. And thank you, Ballotopia, for putting my stuff out there. Yeah, it's a cheesy picture, but it shows they're taking me a little serious. I can take a little serious. I don't have the funding to back me up. Maybe one day I will. And the Washington State Republican Party liked my status, and I made sure I screenshot it, and it's on my page. No, it's the caucus, the Washington State Caucus Republican Party, Grand Old Party, whatever you call it. So, yeah, here we go. A donor, some people don't know what a donor is. A donor is a high end individual. I did not have to call no donors. I was so interested in calling donors though, but my anticipation of fear kicked in and rejection that I would call and they would hang up. I just imagine how many votes I would have got if I called plus got on. I think I'll do that. And these major donors are like billionaires that will donate to the Republican cause. So it's safe to say some Republican billionaires stayed in the area or left and still support the Republican Party. Just like they are writing me all the way from Washington State. I know that's kicking in to some people, seeing as though I'm all the way in Boise. I never gave out my address. How you know me, Jim Walsh? So, major donors in the Evergreen State. This gentleman has been active in funding the campaigns of our party candidates at both state and federal levels for years. He hasn't contributed nearly as much to the GOP, but I sense that it is about to change, and I'm enlisting your help to make it happen. Like you, he believes that Governor Bob Ferguson and the Democrats have completely lost their minds. They stand with criminals rather than victims. They support illegal immigrants rather than citizens. They stand with teachers unions rather than parents. They stand with bureaucrats rather than taxpayers who fund them. And now that Ferguson and the Democrats have enacted their absurdity, unconstitutional state income tax, this gentleman fears that our state will suffer from a financial blow from which we may never recover. My opinion on that. I feel that that could be true. I, you know, You look at your gas prices now, and then you add about 75 cents to $2, and you got the gas in Washington and California right now. I guarantee you it does never, I know that sounds weird, it does never or not match the whole state. This can be bad. unless Republicans from every county and every level of financial ability step up to the plate to stop them before it's too late. This prolific donor is ready to make his most substantial commitment to the Washington GOP to help us fight back and win critical races for not only the state legislature and Congress in the November elections. He just needs to know that every major donor who writes a big check, there are he needs to know that for every major donor who writes a big check, there are grassroots patriots like you who are stepping up to the plate too. And it's small amounts they ask for. My goal is to raise at least 35,000. That's not the amount he's asking for, by the way, from patriots like you. So patriots like me, all in all, together, my little bit can raise up to 35,000 plus dollars, including the people who contribute. And then ask him to match your contributions dollar for dollar. You probably recall we've organized these matching gift challenges before, but usually it's where major donor challenges you to write a check. In this instance, I'm doing the exact opposite, showing off the grassroots generosity to this major donor to prove we're worthy of his financial support. This could be a game changer, Kimberly. We doubled our monthly fundraising goal that will give us twice as much to invest in local driven, volunteer based activities. And I went to one. Oh, I hope they didn't record me, but I seen that big old camera. I did good. I started going in, talking as I usually do about Trump. They tried to rip the mic and I kept going. I just felt it in me. Like 30, 40 people. And you know what? Some of them people voted for me. And if you are a woman, especially a woman, thank you. And if you're a woman in Washington State right now and you voted for me, God bless you all. Um, and we'll be able to double our investment in this historic fight to stop Governor Ferguson's income tax before it cripples our state's economy. Our mission is to make sure that every voter knows that in Ferguson's first 2 years in office, he implemented the largest tax increases in our state's history, and to remind every voter that every Washington Democrat in Congress voted for the largest tax increase in American history. I need to call this gentleman back next week so we can count on you. Okay. Yours true. Okay. Cool. My response, gladly, gladly. I really appreciate you guys. May God bless you all, America, your families, the world, the universe, and whatever verses is beyond that, the fabric of reality, time, space. God bless that, if that makes any sense. And I know they know I'm not lying. So that's what makes it all good. It's good. It's all good. No, no. But I love you guys. Seriously. I love you guys. I'm done with the spill. I do have time to get back on here again. However, I have something to do now. I take care. God bless you all. God bless America. No, every place else. Take care. Bye.